Train the muscles, not the joints. So I had somebody ask me, how do you get over an injury from the gym or sport or whatever it is? And what are some techniques to get over the injury? Now, I'm not sure there's really one way to answer this question, because in a lot of circumstances, it's just time. It's just you need to heal. You know, you need to try to get that area to heal again. Sometimes surgery is necessary, which I've opted out of, especially with my right shoulder. I don't want to do surgery. If I can get around not doing that, then that's what I've done. I said, screw it. I don't want to take a risk of going under the knife and maybe it doesn't turn out right, you know, because I've seen some guys go through surgery with high expectations and then their joint isn't really any better after, you know. So the fact is that I believe in training around it if you can, and do surgery as a last resort. But here are some things to consider anyway if you're thinking about you know, something you can do in order to heal from your injury. First of all, you train the muscles, not the joints. So one thing to think about is blood flow. You know, if you have muscle knots or trigger points in a certain area, there's no blood flow. And if there's no blood flow, there's no healing. So the best advice I could give you is to find a way or find a person that can help you with this. Massage therapy is tremendous for increasing blood flow. If there's like a muscle knot or some sort of trigger point or scar tissue in an area, by having the right massage therapist work on that area, you can really increase blood flow, therefore reducing your recovery time. A good naturopath is also a good idea. You know, naturopaths sometimes will do different types of modalities. Sometimes they do acupuncture, sometimes they do something called prolotherapy, where they inject the ligaments with glucose, which is a natural substance. It's blood sugar. It basically is naturally occurring in your blood. And basically this substance helps create a gooey sort of stickiness that ligaments can heal in. So it helps inflame the area, increase the blood flow to the area, so that way the ligament damage can be taken care of. So this is another option for you if you do have an injury that's serious and you don't want to do surgery, but perhaps you're on the borderline of whether you really need surgery, and this can also help with stabilizing the area, almost like a splint, almost like when you put a cast on your arm when you break it. That way it stabilizes the area and allows the area to heal. One thing I found that's pretty common for people that get injured from their sport or from any sort of type of bodybuilding or weight training, whatever it might be, is that you go through a little bit of a withdrawal period. Okay, so there's going to be a period of time where you're having to let go of your need to exercise and this almost pattern. It's like a borderline addiction, but it can be a positive one when it doesn't work against you, but it can work against you when you have an injury because you're trying to train through something that you probably shouldn't be training through. Okay, so at first you will notice that from not getting the blood flow and stuff, there's a tendency to go to more negativity, you know, negative thinking. But what you have to realize is that an injury is just a stage of your life that will come and go, just like everything else did. Well, one day you were 5 years old, and the next day you're 6 years old, you know, several years later you're a teenager. The thing is that this is just a stage, and if you allow the recovery process to happen, it's no different than you allowing the recovery to happen from workout to workout, okay? It's just recovery on a bigger scale, and if you allow this to happen, then you can come back to working out in no time, and once you're back working out, it'll be like it never happened, okay? So don't panic about losing your results. I've seen lots of guys train 4 or 5 months out of the year and then surpass people that train all the time, okay? So just because you're taking some time off doesn't mean it isn't well needed time off. Sometimes it could be a blessing. Sometimes having time off allows your overall body to recover, and this injury was just a small sign that there was an overall overtraining going on, and now you can actually start resting and then recover and then make better gains than ever before. So a few things you can do to speed up your recovery are low intensity cardio. You know, like I said, blood flow is healing. So just getting some blood to the area regularly will assist you with getting some more healing. So even if you have a shoulder injury, getting the blood flowing through the legs and through the entire cardiovascular system can really assist with speeding up the recovery. Another thing that you might want to do is, you know, some sort of stretching or light stretching. Okay, so say it's a muscle problem or a ligament problem. After you've consulted your doctor or your health professional, find out whether light stretching will be helpful in this type of injury you have, okay? Because each injury has its own little rules and regulations around it, okay? So don't just start jamming the joints. I've seen some people that get an injury and then they start just stretching like crazy all over the place. And in some cases, that's the worst thing you can do. So make sure you consult with your physician or your health professional and find out if this is the right type of injury for you to lightly stretch, okay? Because what you're trying to do is just make sure that the blood is still going in the area, because if the muscles are constricted, what happens, it will block off a little bit of the blood flow. Another thing you might want to do is get regular massage, at least during the time that you're recovering from this injury, because massage assists with moving everything around the system, okay? Moving all the blood, moving all the toxins out, moving everything through the lymphatic system. So this will assist you also with getting your muscles and joints on board with extra healing. Now, when you get back to training, it's important to consider how you got injured and to consider how you're performing the exercises and see if there's something that you can correct based on the way your body moves. I've seen lots of guys deadlift from the floor and they say deadlifting from the floor is the only way to do it, but yet they always have a lower back problem. I'm like, okay, maybe deadlifting from the floor is the best thing in the world, but for you it's not at this point. Why is that? Find out why that is. Maybe it's just a genetic predisposition. Maybe your body just doesn't move that way. Or maybe you have a pre-existing injury from another sport or another time that has not been fully healed and is causing you to have to move differently. So this exercise is no longer right for you. So whatever the case, you want to find out, or at least get an idea of how this injury happened, and then start catering that exercise. Start that conversation with the body that I always say. Start finding out whether that exercise is the best thing for you or not, or whether you need to change that exercise or cater that exercise to you, or give up the exercise altogether for a period of time until you are healed. So I hope these tips help, and you can reach me at naturalgallantbodybuilding.com if you have any questions, and take care for now. You know, I have some music for purchase at naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, and I make all my music for my videos. The music that's playing in the background right now, I made that too. But if you want to check it out or buy some music, and if you want to use it in your own videos, just shoot me an email and we'll talk about it and go from there. But yeah, check it out at naturalgallantbodybuilding.com. So thanks for watching and take care for now.